The Star of Siliveth. It is said to be the seal stone containing Siliveth, goddess of destruction. This magical star of destruction was shattered into pieces all across the world, and those who are born with this fragment were called the Star Children. In 1192, during an age of conflict, the Archean commander Khazar sought to use the power of the star fragments as a tool of war, and sent the witch Calanthea to the remote island where the wizard Jan Junath hid the Star Children.
Protect the children at all costs. I'm sorry, child.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Throne and Liberty. This is a new MMORPG brought to you by NCSoft and published by Amazon Games. This is obviously the playtest, the demo, whatever you want to call it, beta test that they did a few weeks back. The game is supposed to release in September 17th, I believe, for a low price of $40. Well, I didn't pay any money for it. I played the free beta. And let me start off by saying what my experiences are with MMORPGs, so you have some idea of where my perspective is coming from while we talk about this. I've played WoW up until Cataclysm. I played Guild Wars 2, and I've played Elder Scrolls Online, and those are sort of the biggest MMORPGs I've played. I probably played WoW the most back in the day, but it's been a long time. MMORPGs can consume a lot of time if you let them, but we're going to check this out and see how it goes. Just going to play kind of the first introductory part. I will say off the bat, the game looks great. I think this is Unreal 5. I think everything's Unreal Engine 5 these days. But yeah, we get some like Lich King Souls influences here on this bad guy. Gonna get that big old greatsword. It's broken. Now I'm gonna say I struggled here a little bit to get back into the rhythm of the right-click move with the camera. I kept using WASD to move around, but it is not moving my camera, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. As you can see, struggling with the rocks here. But yeah, so going through this, I will say after I get the hang of it and got some chance to mess around with it, there are some glaring flaws with the game in the combat. Yeah, so this parry action I played basically a great sword, you know, melee type character, and I can tell you that parry thing, either I wasn't paying attention when it happened, or it didn't happen at all, and it didn't like cue like that with the purple ever that I was paying attention to. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. We might see it here, but it didn't really lend itself very well in sort of the action part. And I'm not sure how you parry in a MMORPG like this instead of just like kind of like queuing it up as like a defensive move. I know what that sounds like, but what I mean is that in like, you know, Sekiro, you know, Souls-like game, and I'm not really comparing that to these games, but parry matters. And this game has like sort of a different, you know, camera view. You sort of need to stand still in this MMORPG because your like melee attacks are basically like inside of the other character you're attacking, which is kind of annoying. And even the ranged attacks aren't super far. And I kind of wish there was a sort of dodge roll mechanic that was a little more intuitive. Like I said, the game looks great.
Awaken the wild power and the star fragments.
Yep, this is when we turn to a cat. This is how you get around. There's no mounts, as far as I know. You turn into like a dog or a cat or, you know, whatever. You can unlock these different forms. There's also one for flying, which is more like gliding, and then there's a swimming one, so you just swim faster. This is inevitable. Can't avoid this, I don't believe. This guy's gotta help you here. Yeah. See, I want to move around a lot. I don't think that's actually necessary in this game.
That feeble child has grown so well. You have a special star fragment within you. A power with infinite possibilities. But beware, as there are dark beings who are after that power. You must control the star fragment's power. Do not be consumed by the darkness.
Wakey, wakey. Alright, so this is sort of the introductory area. We're gonna meet some people of little significance and go pick a weapon. So basically when you pick your weapon, you're kind of picking your class. I went and got a pick sort of two. So I got big great sword. I got rid of the bow, and traded them for crossbows. I'm so handsome. I'm the pretty Viking. Thought about it for a second. I have a big beard, but you know, got the what do you call that? A coif, comb over. Yeah, pretty Viking. That's me. I accept. Well, he wasn't a lot of help.
Where you were. I was looking for you. Lottie transported supplies to the North Guard. Could you go with her to take the supplies? She'll need you since it's so dangerous. I'd go myself, but for my arm. But give me a hand.
This guy's no help at all.
Lottie, she didn't take the map again. Damn it.
Gotta go
She'll probably
pick up the
get lost
map.
trying out a shortcut without this map.
So I'm not sure how I feel about the story. Really didn't get a whole lot into it, just kind of explored a little bit. But there's some sort of Star Child or something, which gives you the ability to change into the wild shapes.
Whatever you do, don't leave without the map.
Yeah, yeah.
Now get going, friend.
Guy's bossy. I want this to be good. I really enjoyed WoW up until a point. Elder Scrolls Online I tried playing fairly recently. I didn't play it like when it came out, but it's I don't know, like the visuals are kind of dated for me. I enjoy it, but you know, it's the same cycle over and over again of go kill 12 bad guys, run back, give them the parchment, and it's kind of boring. This is kind of neat because it has these big like Colossus type battles, and I never got a chance to fight one. I did some like the tower thing where you like fight harder and harder bosses, and you get rewards for it, sort of like a tower thing. There's definitely some strong mobile game influences in here, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it kind of has a negative connotation in my eyes, and you'll see more of that as you watch. And I'm sure if you watch someone else's gameplay, you kind of see some of that. There's definitely probably going to be some monetization with how they're doing crafting and upgrading your weapons and armor. There's kind of like, you don't get like just drops, like loot drops or anything like that with like actual items like weapons and stuff. You get basically a blueprint, and then you gotta take the blueprint to a crafter, and you have to have all these items and that, you know, crafting thing, and you get basically one item per that blueprint for crafting, and then you gotta keep collecting more of those things to get like the next higher, you know, sword or whatever. So when you get these things, it's not just like any old sword. Make sure you're comparing stats to what you want. I like picked some things and wasn't really paying attention because I just thought they were like sort of slightly better in cosmetic,
What brings you here?
but that's not the case. You actually gotta like open up and do the comparison, or else it, like from initial onset, when you like scroll over the top of them, it won't tell you.
It's true, I was about to move the delivery. Did Benny tell you? Honestly, I told him not to worry. Well, it certainly won't hurt to have you come along. Let's go.
Also getting
I
a
guess the Archeum portal is opening again.
Black Desert vibe with how the characters are voice acted, and what I mean by that is like they'll initially have voice acting, and then if you come back to them later and dig deeper into their dialogue, it's just gone and their heads shake and their bodies bob around, and that for me drives me nuts. It's like either do the voice acting or don't.
Where are you headed? You see.
Like I don't know any game that does voice acting to the level of depth that Baldur's Gate 3 does, and not gonna lie, that's sort of like my standard.
Connell has prepared the weapon chest.
I don't mind reading, I just don't like doing both. So I get excited when I get some decent voice acting, because I feel like that means they put like more effort into the game and all that stuff, but at the same time, if they do some of it, they don't do the rest of it. It's like, come on, man.
Various kinds to be ready for any situation. After all, it's your weapons that'll save your life in battle.
Yeah, so you get great sword, you can get sword and shield, daggers, bow, crossbow, wand, staff. I think that's what all of them are. And I thought about doing a quick rogue build, but we went with the great sword, because why not? Do a lot of sort of ranged rogue builds in games like this, and usually stay away from the big great sword because it's kind of slow, but it works really well in this game. is where you pick it. That basically kind of determines your class, and then you're gonna put stat points where it's appropriate. So we're gonna go like full strength and, you know, vigor, if you will. Hindsight being 2020, probably should have stayed with the bow, because the bow is stronger than the crossbows, and the crossbows are kind of annoying to use. I'm sure if you get better ones, they fire faster, do a little strafing action. That's the fun part. Yeah, I think I'm definitely getting old, because this took me a second to figure out how to move back and forth, and then I kept selecting and unselecting items. Do a little practice action here. Yep, just shoot him. Yeah, it seems like shooting with one. I'm not sure why it doesn't shoot with two. There we go. I think it just depends on how quickly you click it. So you can switch weapons, and then you can switch, like it'll switch skill bars. You can also put like your secondary weapon skill bar, like skills in the skill bar, and it'll switch between them. So that works okay. I hardly did any crafting in the game. You know, all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you like make potions and do alchemy and all that kind of stuff that's you're into. I've never really dug into that too much. I will give Amazon props for the server and all that. Worked really, really well. And this is just the active skills. Obviously, you can select your skills and put down the skill bar. You got passive skills, so they're showing you like stat bonuses and the like. And then that thing you just saw real quick with the guy in the back, that's how you like upgrade your skills. So when you get skill points and all that, you can raise your skills power and all that. You get it. We're gonna move on from this in a second here. I never played, probably put like, I don't know, 6-8 hours into the game after this. I was enjoying it. I do hope they kind of fix the combat. I don't know how it is for like ranged characters, or, you know, like bow guys and magicians and all that, or even the dagger guy, but I can tell you how it's you know, click the bad guy, hit the skill kind of thing, and I would click it and nothing would happen, and my character would be like stuck in this sort of like half animation trying to figure out whether or not he was gonna attack or not. So I was getting killed and attacked, and my character wouldn't attack. He was just kind of sitting there in some sort of like stun lock, and it was not the case.
Captain Da Vinci Eren led the resistance to defend the island from the Archeum Legion. But uneasiness still lingers here. You left Fortress Eren to help Lottie transport military supplies.
Yeah, the environment in this game is beautiful. The characters look great. You know, a lot of the movement stuff is pretty fluid.
You haven't used
A little
a
grappling
piton
hook
yet, have
action.
you? Just watch closely and do what I do.
So you interact on a computer, you know, if you do a mouse and keyboard, it's F. But then there's also a gear button.
You came across a watchtower that had collapsed.
So you can hit F in most cases, and sometimes you have to hit the gear. It does the same thing. I'm not sure what the difference is, if there is one at all. But I had a hell of a time with that. Like, some things would not just take. So I'd have to like right click with the gear, depending on like where I was holding my mouse over the item. Alright, get your big ass under there. There we go. Yep. Oh, we're gonna do a little battle action.
Fully lift up to
If it
Wispirion
happens
ahead.
during this battle, I didn't notice it till I got like further down into the world and started fighting like in bigger
The artillery
areas.
is
There's like
clearing
sort
the
of
way
like
for Black
open world
Mitrans.
events. Oh, there's like a whole like field full of goblins and another one like full of
Watch
wolves.
the enemy's movements.
And you can kill
When you
them,
see an
but
opening,
there's not really a point unless you're just trying to like grind out some experience, which I wouldn't recommend doing. Doesn't seem to be very useful. You wait till the event comes, you know, and depending on what it is, could be a couple hours, could be 4 hours, where you can actually like do the thing. It's like a timed event. You got like 20 minutes to like clear all the objectives for that particular area. Kind of like not really dailies, but sort of. They happen multiple times. The dailies, the contracts are more like what dailies are. You pick up a bunch of contracts, go run the contracts, and then you get new ones. You get like 4 or 5 at a time,
We're almost there.
and then there's like a different merchant with like contract coin, guild coin, whatever it is. You'll have to forgive me. I didn't write any notes down, and whatever. I played this, it was like 2 weeks ago now. I meant to do this video last week, but I had a lot of things going on.
Can't be
I got a new mic and a mixer, so hopefully this sounds better, a little clearer.
The pulley lift broke. We
Got
can't
it for
keep going
Steal
like
on
this.
Amazon, so that's cool.
There isn't one. Either we use this pulley to cross Wispirion, or we'd have to go by boat. That won't do. Burmetz is here, so let's check the lift. I'll get this fixed. You go help the other resistance members. Burmetz, can you fix this?
Lottie. Well, between the two of us, we'll have it fixed in no time. Shall we get started?
Oh, yeah. And I hope they get rid of these things. They're not going to. This little
Thank you.
ghost guy.
I was attacked.
It's like, these guys have played Genshin. It's like Paimon. It's very annoying. And does not, like, fit with the rest of the look of the game. They need to get rid of these cartoony little characters. They just need to go. I find them obnoxious. Like, what is that? Whispering Amatoy. So there's a bunch of these things. They all sort of look like that. Very cartoony. It's like a Little Big Planet meets Genshin Impact Paimon. Like, the game was sort of serious, and now I just can't take it serious at all.
You defeated the Black Mitrans that appeared where the fireballs landed, and then headed toward Wispirion. Fortunately, Wispirion was still intact, but you couldn't help the North Guards because of a broken pulley lift. When you contacted Wispirion, a mysterious being bathed in light appeared and led you to the top of the great tree.
Oh, how did you get here? The lift was destroyed. Oh, wait a second. Do you have the power of a star fragment? I've heard Wispirion summon starbearers. It looks like that's true.
Star Bearer, that's
Thank
what I
you so
am.
much.
A Star Child.
Now, please
Star
go to
Bearer.
Warren's Tower. Since you have the star fragment, you can use glide morph to get there. I'll go over all the operations.
We're about to turn into a bald eagle. America.
By the way, have we met before? Sorry, forget it. Got to stay focused. Ah! It's an enemy attack! We better hurry! Perform a glide morph by jumping off. I'll go first. See you down there.
America! See that? Bald eagle. We're now gliding for freedom. That little meter. Basically your endurance. It's kind of a bummer you can't just like glide all the way down. You gotta like sort of reset and do it again.
Today, I will dedicate the star fragment of Wisperian to Kazar.
Whatever, dude. Be cool if you could dive bomb and attack.
Resistance, get ready! Get in position and fight!
The York turret is attacking Wisperian!
We're starting the operation!
Using experience.
We steal the fire dust from the orcs and throw it into the turret. If we overload it with a lot of fire dust at once, the turret will overheat and explode.
Everyone got it? Take the fire dust from the orcs.
Alright, time to take the fire dust. Let's get after it. We're gonna have to kill this guy.
Kill anything that stands in your way.
To get all that.
Must destroy that turret! Get that fire dust and throw it into the turret!
How dare they? Kill them all!
What's up, Pleasant? What did I do to you? Oh yeah, Orc Commander going down. Can't face my big sword. I just need to move around. Pretty sure you're not supposed to really do that. It's not necessary.
Everyone get ready!
One more.
Got your back. Throw that fire dust.
I'm working on it. Do appreciate the encouragement. You see what I'm saying? It's F and then it's gear. That's a big ol' axe. No, you don't get to take it. Real bummer. So this is like one of those Colossus. These are the guys you're supposed to like get with your guild with and attack. Cool looking. I didn't do a whole lot to this guy. Basically ran in circles. I think if it just stood still, it would have been more effective. Just sort of stayed out of the circle. But you can't really avoid the stomp. But those are easy enough to get out of the way. It's not exactly fast. See how everyone else is just standing still chilling? That's probably what I should have been doing. Watch all other guys talk about it and they're like, yeah, it's actually favors you just standing there. And really you only move when like the big attacks come. Like there's no indicator there, like you don't know how wide that is. But there's other attacks he's got that sort of telegraph. Like that one. So they do that stuff. Easy enough to avoid, right? And they don't do it for other ones. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've ever seen a parry. And I was not paying attention to that. So it does exist, so I'm a liar. But I also did preface it with, I didn't see it. But that's probably like the key opportunity to hit Q for the parry, and so he doesn't do those types of things. Yeah, could have avoided that by parrying it. The more you know. So if you guys play this game and spend $40 of your hard-earned money for this, then realize that you can parry. It is indicated. I just don't think it's in like lesser characters, I guess, maybe like lesser mobs and stuff, which I guess that makes sense because you're not really worried about their attacks as much.
His eyes are his weakness! Someone! Attack his left eye now!
See, that's cool. Kind of wish it was part of the fight though, and not like a
Star fragment?
cinematic.
Watch out!
Better run. Not entirely sure why my hair is pink. I didn't make pink hair.
I'm sorry, child.
Children, this way!
Hey, wake up! That's strange. I wasn't told about any serious injuries.
Alright, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
Are you awake? Do you recognize me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You wait here. I'll call the healer now.
Sure. You know, the character would be easier to forgive if it spoke English instead of
The children who lost everything.
obnoxious gibberish. So these are your different morphs. It's your bald eagle. And then for swimming, I think we get like a little otter. These don't have any effects if you get different ones. Yeah, I'm not sure why you wouldn't be anything other than bald eagle. Different kinds of cats, different kinds of wolves. I like being able to push the button on the mute so you guys don't hear my yawns all the time. I'm gonna keep saying it. This little thing ruins the whole game. It's not even necessary. It's not helpful.
Are you in any condition?
It just says nonsense.
I'm on my way with the healer. Good, that's a relief. Are you okay? If you're in any pain, please come and see me.
You did good.
Oh, you're finally awake. Come this way. How are you? Feeling better now? The enemy withdrew after you took out King Vert. I'm glad you weren't seriously injured. Oh, right. From the time when we barely escaped from the chapel in one piece. I almost didn't recognize you. But what are we to do about your power? At this rate, you may be chased off like before, or even lose your life to a mana frenzy. You know, I have a friend in Laslan named Martinet. She is conducting research on Malvescence. She should be able to help you out. The storage manager in Castleton, Melky, will know where to find her. In fact, no matter the town, the storage managers know where to find anything. Touch Luna Zero's head to temporarily enhance your glide ability. Should get you all the way to Castleton. If you have any questions, ask away.
Always.
I don't really have any questions. If you guys have questions, watch a bunch of videos. Watch the gameplay. Watch some reviews. This is just sort of a rant for me. I played it, wanted to share it. I can't, at this point in the game, give it a solid recommend. It's just not a big MMORPG to be, fan to begin with. I want to like them. I really do. Ever since, like, WoW, Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, sorry for the snivel. There hasn't been, like, a ton of, like, interest for me, and I think it's probably because I just don't have the time to play a game that requires the kind of dedication that these games have. But it's worth checking out. You're gonna have to make the determination whether or not it's worth the money for you to check it out. But if you have a chance to play the demo, or excuse me, the beta playtest, whatever they were calling it, and you liked it, then I mean, absolutely go for it. But for me, it's all about the socials, and if a bunch of people aren't going to be playing this, then it kind of defeats the point. Like, you want a lot of people so you can have a guild and sort of, you know, fight the big bosses, you know. So hopefully that keeps up. But man, the playtest, there were a lot of people at first, and then it sort of quickly died off, I think, because of the combat. But that's all I got for you guys now. Hope you liked the video, and take care.